What's going on, folks? It is your boy Dre. Welcome back to my channel. First and foremost, I would like to thank all the newest subscribers, man. I truly appreciate y'all support, man. It just goes to show there's a lot of thoughtful thinkers out there and people who are thinking outside the box as well, which is the whole purpose of this channel. If you are new here, man, I appreciate you as well. All I ask is that you leave a like on the video. I don't really ask for much, but let's push the algorithm up, man, and get all these other people about the way. If you're checking out this video, just hit that like button for your boy. And if it's not too much, just subscribe for the kid. Now, I got a crazy video for y'all, right? So we have a mother who has been banned from her child's school because the temptations of starting an OnlyFans made her compromise her own integrity and the Christian school's integrity that she sent her child to. Now, y'all not gonna believe this one. It kind of blows my mind that the OnlyFans outrage has been going and going and going. Now, before that, let me give y'all a little bit of statistics about OnlyFans before we watch this video so y'all can see how big of a deal this is, whether some of y'all think so or not. To make things quite simple for you guys, there's over 190 million users on OnlyFans, including 2.1 million creators. And they're saying that additional 500,000 new people sign up per day. That sounds a little bit crazy to me. Not 100% sure how accurate that is, but it seems at this rate that probably is true. And the average OnlyFans girl makes around 180 bucks per month. So just in case your ex-girlfriend or your cousin or the girl who thinks she's super cool tries to start an OnlyFans, you'll know that she's probably not going to make any money anytime soon, considering how many millions of people start OnlyFans and how much the top creators earn versus the average girl who may feel like she's going to blow up on OnlyFans and never does. Out of the 190 million users, there's only around 300 people who actually earn over $1 million annually on OnlyFans. So the craze is not that real. I say all this to say, when you watch his video, some people are selling their souls for pennies on pennies on pennies. Let's get straight to the video.
A Florida mom at odds with other parents over a controversial decal on her car.
She says there's nothing illegal about advertising her OnlyFans account, but it's causing a stir at her kid's private Christian school. Janice has the story from the newsroom.
This is what I am looking at when I pull up behind one of these vehicles.
Facebook messages, complaints, and TikToks.
You ban a vehicle.
Taking the front row pew at a private Christian school.
Not just a tiny, tiny little emblem on the back of a car. It is taking up the entire windshield, back windshield of two vehicles.
Lexi Thomas is a parent at Liberty Christian who wants this ad on another parent's car to stay off campus. That other parent is Michelle Klein, and what she has is an OnlyFans.
Well, it's definitely linked to, explicit content, adult content for sure.
Klein, who goes by Piper Fawn, says OnlyFans is her business and way of life.
My husband and I have this, little wild, behind closed doors lifestyle that we've now decided to share.
But not all parents want what Klein is sharing, shared at school, with some moms complaining to Klein and the school, telling her not to use the main entrance and instead drop her kids off across the street.
I was forced to have to take it off or not come on campus.
But parents at this private school say there's a simple solution if Klein wants to use the main drop-off.
Why not take the decal off?
And that would seem like an easy thing to say, for sure. But for me, it supports my family. This provides a very comfortable way of life for us. And it's legal. I pay taxes just like everyone else, but I'm not breaking the law. I just offended people.
That's a distraction to my children. And no matter how poorly or how good I parent, porn is there. And if that's kind of the first thing they're seeing when they're going into a place that should be educating them.
Klein says she wants the school, at the very least, to provide someone to help her kids get across the street safely.
Can't make this shit up, people. Now, I do have a few key takeaways from this, but first, I want to know what your thoughts are. And I know a lot of people are going to say, hey, this is free promotion to her OnlyFans anyway, so it's not helping with the cause. But what this does, it creates awareness about the madness that is happening in the world. And what I like to call this is delusion, because promoting perversion around children any way or any form is kind of strange. You could easily... There's a lot of alternatives to keep that away from your kid's school, especially the fact that you put them in a Christian school. Now, if this was reversed, this is the big thing. If this was a man who was going on to a school, a Christian school at that, where there were little girls promoting his sexual activities, he'd be a sex offender immediately and would not even be able to go within 50 feet or 2 miles of a playground immediately. But since we don't really view little boys the same way as we do little girls, this level of perversion coming from a woman is not that impactful. And as you notice in the video, her husband is not there during the news interview. Now, why? Because if he was there would be so much slander. The police would have to get involved. The government would have to get involved. The whole, what do they call that? Call the cavalry. Yeah, they would have to call the cavalry if that man was there too, because she's promoting perversion and sexual activities in front of children. Now, if you're like, your only demand out of this whole thing is, can you please send my children someone to help them cross the street, versus saying, let me think long term about these repercussions of my children still having to go to a school where they know their mom is doing sexual things on the internet they can probably buy for less than $20. I don't know when being a sex worker has been embraced, because that's all this is. People think because you get to have independent ownership of your sexual content that you're not still being a sex worker. If you're making money exploiting yourself doing sexual activities, you are a sex worker. If you work and you make money doing sexual activities, you are a sex worker. Now, I would like to think in a radical world, in a world that makes sense, that you would like to hide this from your children, but I see clearly that the OnlyFans craze has become so popular that people almost don't see the issues with their actions. Now, to say you're proud to be a sex worker because you pay taxes is kind of extreme. That's like if robbing old ladies were legal and you can get away with it because you paid a percentage back to the grandchildren. It's kind of strange. Some things, though you can do them, are just does not make sense. And the biggest misconception here is taking these actions and putting them around children. Therefore, that is promoting almost promiscuity, that is showing other girls. And you get on the news and say it so proudly. I did not hear her one time say, children, you shouldn't do this. You should not do this. This is for adults. This is no by any means cool. But the tonality in her voice, it goes to show that she's very proud of what she does. And she's even more proud. It's almost braggadocious that she can no longer come to her children's Christian school. And it's just still ironic how you put kids in a Christian school when you're an active sex worker at home. That's why there's big misconceptions with Christianity in America, because things like this should have been boycotted and bombarded immediately. All the Christians are supposed to come together and say, get rid of her from the community. But this is why Christianity is looked at as a little bit weak in our community, because people like this do things like that. Now, last but not least, I have never personally experienced anything like this. I know a lot of girls who have started OnlyFans now, and they make up 10,000 excuses as to why they should sell their body online for $20, but then they want men to take them to the most extravagant restaurants. Why do I have to pay $500 to take you here when everyone else can see your body for $20? And sometimes not even $20 a month, $20 a photo. So therefore, you're putting a cap on your value at $20, because if I go out there and let's say I'm doing a podcast and I tell someone give me $250 to drop a bunch of game that took me 10 years to build, I am only worth $250. So therefore, if you're selling your body online for $20, you are unfortunately only worth $20. Now, it is different if you have 20,000 people paying you $20 and you're one of those 300 people who are making $1 million a year, then hey, so be it. But if you're not even close to $1 million a year and you're just getting by, you are limiting your value, and you should be ashamed of yourself, quite honestly, especially when it affects your children directly. Please stay tuned in this channel. Make sure you click somewhere over here to check out why Charleston White walked off on a podcast and why these podcasts are just out of control. It is your boy Dre. Think a mill. Remember, it's not about the money. It's a mindset. I'm gone.